诶，看我听啊。啊？Kind of check this one. Hello? 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 No. Hello? Okay. It's X tertiary. Eh? Present. 这样子用啊。不用等他们了。要 start recording 吗？哦 ，OK OK. So this one is a Ruslang Malaysia meetup, and this is like quite a few times already. Now it's okay. Okay. So welcome to the meetup. Okay, let's start. Yeah. So first thing we want to announce is like this is already 1 year for the Ruslang Meetup Malaysia, and the meetup started like since 2018. We started here, same place also, 2018, and last time at first we were hosted like once a month, and then now we make it once every 2 months to make and make it consistent every 2 months. The meetup are done on every second Wednesday of the 2 months, and right now until now we have counted like total of 8 meetups, and this one is one question you all get for filling the form. Do you have any idea what is that? No. So that is just some funny question. It's really asking how many times you have been here. 8 means 8, 0. Finger 1. Alzheimer, you don't remember. So you come too many times. So it's 0, 1 many, yeah. And there was one time we even have a speaker for Labuan, so I think it's very nice to have that. And of course we thanks to Tatari and Once AI for hosting us. Yeah. Then next. Okay. So the next one. Wait first. So this one is something like we are discussing the news. I forgot to say, like, because the other meetup groups have been doing this, I think it would be great to share something new, just in case you didn't keep up with the latest news. Like we just share something interesting. Yeah, here. So since the last 2 months, there is the Rust 1.3 and 1.39. this one, like first in Rust 1.3 is there's a correctness lien now. The Rust compiler mentioned what is the mem uninitialized and 0 is deprecated. And the next is the deprecated macros. That deprecated macro is can be used by library authors now to mention that their stuff is deprecated, and it will warn there. And yes, await is over, not await. And then async fns are here now. Now is stable. It's already stable. Yeah. So now we can just use the async await in Rust. And have you all seen the async await?
Not the final version.
Yeah, the last version is a bit. The final version, at first they have discussion and then they do it for version. They pick two. Then the final two one is the final two is the difference between. It's very similar. The final two. It's just one is postfix and one is prefix. And the final chosen one is postfix because it plays nice with the question mark. Yeah. But you see prefix in most other languages. Do you all know any languages with postfix await? Yeah, one of their main arguments for prefix is just because of the similarity with other languages, but they choose postfix here because it's better for the language that fit well. And they just because const fns are stable now, they just put in more const fns. Yeah, just a note on the async fn. The async fn is not available in the implementation, inside implementation, right? In trade. But there is a crate for that. They call async crate, and you need to run the procedural macro. It's by but there's a trait for this to let you use async fn. There's also some blog posts on that. But the only one stable is the normal functions that is async. And next is the borrow checker. Now it's errors already. You know there's a borrow checker where they switch to the new chop. Is it chop? Polonaise.
But I saw the blog.
Polonaise or chop or yeah, they switch to the new borrow checker in like Rust 0.35 somewhere around there. And then the new borrow checker supports NLL now because they rewrite it, and then they found some errors also. And right now only edition 2018 is using that. Edition 2015 is not using that. Now they are wanting to port it back. I think they ported it back already, but now they are planning to remove it in 1.40 the old borrow checker. So they just migrate to the new one. And the last one is attributes from function. This is quite surprising. You see the bottom one?
Yeah, I think this is very cool.
Yeah, you can see. You see like, so because if you work with cross-platform, right, you wouldn't originally you need to write CFG Windows and you need to write a LAN for just a different input size, and then you need to write one for not Windows U8. You know this one, you need to put this outside, and then this whole thing except this line you need to put one, and then you need to do another copy of this down. So with this one you can just put one there. Of course this is not just CFG, not just CFG, you can use it for like KP links also can. And yes, the Rust ecosystem is still getting faster, and the first one is on the post how they make, because async await is here now, so the blog post discuss how Tokyo is improving the performance of their scheduler. The second post is Mozillans talking about how they improve the performance in compilation time. There's this compiler, I think it's compiler performance working group. so there's focuses on improving the compiler speed. And the third one, you all know procedural macros, right? It's like some macro to just generate code on top of it. Run that can run some code based on the inputs, the token stream you provide. Like based on the code you write there, you run the procedural macro can help you to modify your code. And what David Tornado is a crate that helps you to, it allows you to pre-compile the macro into WASM. Instead of every time you run, right? Every time you run, you need to do it again. And the Momo crate, they have a blog post on that and mentioning how they use what and how the performance increases. From what I saw is the performance drops from the increase is like at first the compilation time is around 10 to 20 seconds. After they compile it to WebAssembly, the compilation time dropped to like 1 second, yeah, or a few seconds. It's a lot faster, but you just need to compile it and distribute the WebAssembly. You know, CERT already supports what? So if you use CERT, I think because I seen in the blog post they mentioned CERT uses that. If you want, the slides are online. Later, if you want, can just I'll put the link at the back. And the last one is Rust 1.3. They introduced the pipeline compilation. So this one only works for if you have multiple crates there's like depending on each other. So and there's a pipeline. So there's a split into like metadata and the compilation phase, something like that. So when they are calculating the metadata or when they are compiling, they can just take the metadata and use it for another crate. So it's something like how to say, like you have this compilation, like first compilation followed by second, right? Now pipeline is like they generate the metadata here, and then they can like stack. So they can something like that. Yeah. Any other articles you all know regarding this? No. Okay, now in the Rust official, the blog post they call for blocks. Like last year, Rust 2019 they also call for blocks, but this year they asked like what the edition theme would be. Same. Of course, different people put some blog posts and share their ideas. You can try to write your blog post anywhere you want, write it and send it to the Rust community team, and they'll review it. Or you can check out this if you're interested to like share some idea. All the blog posts will be reviewed by the Rust team members. So they'll evaluate and then they will discuss and share it like in 1 month, in this month. I think in next month they'll evaluate. And all the blog posts that is related to this Rust 2020 is in Red Rust. So Red Rust is like a post-aggregator aggregate all the articles. Something similar to this week in Rust, except they just aggregate all of them. Instead, because this week in Rust is selective, so they select the articles that's only not mentioned and something unique or something special. Whereas they aggregate most of the articles. So they also have a category for this. Okay, next, quote of the week. You all seen quote of the week? It's one part of the this week in Rust. So I just randomly pick one of them, and it just says like Rust helped me to grasp concept I should have known that when writing C++. Yeah, Microsoft Security Response Center. Every time, like this few months, they are posting it like quite a few times already. And this one I think also quite true. I heard from a few posts online where they learn new concept because like ownership it is available in C++, the RAI, but it's not a requirement. It's not like hard requirement like in Rust. You cannot break the ownership rules. Okay, additional reading. Yeah, this ownership. This one nice post. and the slides are available here. You all can go to this link. If you want the slides, all the slides are there. And YouTube channel is already there. YouTube link，你可以帮我share 那个 YouTube 的 link 去那个 website 吗？这个 website YouTube link，你看好，谢谢。Any questions? Any questions regarding the event? Okay. 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 我们讲看他们的那个 comments 啊 ，YouTube comments。
我坐在这边吗？会跟你讲的。Is there a tutorial online for using async class or kit?
Oh, really? Or is there a tutorial online for using async await in Rust? There's a
It's in the Rust Telegram channel and also in the EngineersMY Slack. Meetup.
Yes, there's one.
If you cannot find, you can go to EngineersMY YouTube channel, EngineersMY.
Remember there's an async await book. Yeah, this is one good resources explaining the this is still work in progress book, but it is explaining the async await in Rust. So this is one nice good introductory step to like learn more about async await. But there's a working group. Although the async await group is not how to say. Yeah, never mind. So because I didn't keep track of their group. So far yet. So and then now they are doing the type server. They want to do everything to make the ecosystem better. But yeah, this is their book. Their book is still work in progress mainly because the Rust async await just stabilized recently. But there are quite a lot of work done here. Or if you can see the Rust doc also have some async await posts. And including this week in Rust, there's quite a few recently because of the introduction. Like it is quite new, so people explain like how async await works. Some blogs are about the internals and some are about how they use it. So these are the resources. Does that?
There is a book from async STD.
Yeah, this one.
No, this one is the async working group. Another one is the async STD. The one I shared today in the group.
Oh.
Because I think today they announced 1.0 version.
Today? I remember they announced that for some time already.
They say after async await goes stable, then they only release the 1.0.
Oh. Yeah, so this is async SDD, like the assembly library but with async. Yeah, this one. So they have a book. but this one is not necessary async SG. It's just the standard library but with the async await stuff. I think this one also mentioned that maybe I didn't read these two books, but yeah, these two should be the a good guide for the entering reading on that. Does that answer the question?
Take a walk.
Okay.
Why you cannot find the channel, YouTube channel? EngineersMY.
EngineersMY.
Yes.
Yeah. Engineers without space.
Without space.
Yeah, EngineersMY.
How about this book? The book. But I saw, actually I haven't read yet, but they read me. They say they introduced asynchronous for vanilla.
Oh, but this is not official one.
Yeah, this is official one.
Oh. Okay, what is it called? Test CMC. Okay, thank you. Hey, hello.
Hello.
So someone also shared another book. Hey. Yes. Is it this one?
Yeah, I think you type github.io, go to their GitHub.
How was the asynchronous different?
CNC.
CMC.
MC. Oh, just now like I explained, they have multiple choices. At the end, they choose with the postfix.
Okay.
Await.
Oh, alright, the syntax.
Yeah, the syntax.
But they do the same.
There's a blog post about the comparison. Where is the post? They explain on the JavaScript. JavaScript and
So without both,
So it compares JavaScript await to Rust.
I remember there's one comparing. Oh, so many books. See this one? This one, yes. Yeah, this book. So these and other resources available online. Is this? No, I don't think it is. I don't remember where is the link then. But the link is explaining on yeah, so the difference is now is zero cost futures. They do some analysis in between, and the future will not run until it's awaited. Unlike the JavaScript promise, where you just do the promise and then you run. But await is something like something like the observable.
No, but the
When you
TypeScript also got await, so that JavaScript one is different, right?
huh?
TypeScript also got a.
No, TypeScript is the await is same as the JavaScript one.
Okay.
So it is like the await is just when you create a promise, right? It will run the code. But the Rust await is different. Is that when you created the future, it won't run. The future won't run. But until you await, like you dot await that thing, then it will run. So it's something like the JavaScript observer. If you know what's that JavaScript observer. So like observer, when you subscribe to the observer, then it will only run the code. Rust future is the same. So it will only run the future when you poll for the result. Yeah.
So if you change the multiple promises in Rasa, so it will not execute, but only when you add and await, then you will execute.
Yes. Only you dot await, then you execute. Yeah. So there's a main difference, like on the end, but the difference from the other languages is also they are using the postfix, like the reason that just now we discussed is on the question mark operator, because it fits. Like if you don't use the postfix, then you have a lot of bracket, and to bracket await and bracket await, and then at the end you need to like something like this. Okay. Something like when you await, like future one, if you want to await, right, like you await and then you question mark and you await the second function for the second future, and then you await again to get like the result, like the data. But if in this case it will be something like future one dot await question mark, then you want to use this data, you just run function on this, like this. Yeah. So
but if I need to put one more, there's another function in front of function, and then
you want to put one more?
let's say now I want to change again one more time.
Yeah, then you have another function. Yeah. So if you have question mark, you can.
Isn't this the same like same for like promise? So it's like dot.
It's more complicated.
Huh? Promise you need then, right?
So but I mean that one at least you can put it in one row dot then dot then.
No, because like one of the reasons they argue that this one is better is one of the argument is they give is that they want to await this and then they want to get this question mark. Then if you want to see await, you await this, but isn't it like you just show the variable first and then after that you say you wait for it?
Oh, and so here's the thing, when you read it, it's easier to read.
One is this and one is this. The one is for the question mark, and having a lot of bracket like in the same line, it makes it harder to read. Huh? No, because this one is the result. This will return the result, and the second one doesn't. Yeah. So the question mark is just a error propagation in Rust.
But the await, is it a function or is it a
await is not a function. Last time they wanted to do like this, and then they say if they do like this, it will be confusing for others.
right?
So
No function. Not function.
like the question mark. Something like that, but it's not a property. Like the question mark, does it feel confusing? Maybe at first it.
I mean the await and it's after the await, so we make it like await function.
You mean await here?
Later I read the.
Or await here?
I haven't followed.
Wait, you mean await here, bracket here?
Wait after the await, yeah, bracket. So,
like this?
Yeah.
No, because let's say if await is a function, it will confuse a lot of people because await is not the function.
Not function.
So when they propose this, it's also like they say why should it look like a function? Then people will thought, oh, it's a function. but it isn't a function. It is just a waiting for the future.
Waiting for the future. Okay.
Unless you create a function, a method which is called await and return.
Yeah, if you have multiple await, no, like multiple await, then what they do is they just join like future 1 and then future 2. This is what they do, and then dot await.
So here means that they wait for both has to be complete before you proceed.
Yes, this is like the promise all.
What about the promise? That's all, right? What about the promise? There's only one or.
Raise.
The promise they got like you have to wait for all, and one also you have to just wait any one of it.
Yeah, raise. I don't remember which one is it.
What would it look like? The one where you just wait.
That one I'm not sure because I didn't check that one.
That one.
Okay, so yeah. So now I will start the talk. Second talk. Okay, so the second talk will be about. No, this is the first talk. The first talk will be about contributing to Rust. So I just discussed my experience on contributing to Rust, and I also discussed like what do they do, and yeah. First step is before contributing to Rust, I need to learn Rust first. At least I just discussed just about my journey in learning Rust. So like 2015, when I first used Rust, and Rust like 1.0 like released not long ago, and then I tried.
It was 1.0 in 2015.
Is it 1.0? 2015? Yeah. And then I tried. Oh, okay. Quite good, but not like very good.
But how do you hear about it? Is it like
I think I used Lobsters, and then I see, the time I was also playing around Go, so 2 I also try around. And then I stopped, and then later 2017 when I try again, it improved a lot. And then now, it's continuously improving. And now we see that it's already like 4th year of the most loved language in Stack Overflow. Since when? 4th year, 2016. So what they say, Rust community is friendly. Have you all seen this?
everywhere?
Yeah.
Which community is not friendly?
This one I'm not sure. No, I seen some community that's not very friendly. So if you send a patch, they will like say why should I add this feature? So they reject almost all features until the base minimum.
But do you patch to the language or do you patch to like language?
They don't allow you to patch to. It's not language, something else, like some other communities. But there are communities that are more reluctant to change. Rust is one of them that can be easily changed. Like anyone can go and just say, I like this, and then because it's not governed by a single corporate, right? This is also what they say. What do they call? Sustainability. There's one post on the Rust 2020 like sustainability, because like there's no single. Even in the other talks that I watched, they say, not a single organization without a standard body or something like success or something like that.
So it comes from Mozilla, right? So they didn't put like a governing body or whatever for language.
No, now they still don't have. No, now there's no single standard people governing standard. It's just the people online, they just work on this together, and then they have a different teams of working on that. Yeah, something like that. So people vote. There's no like say a single person can like vote. So everyone agrees, and then everyone comment a lot using their RFC process. So is it? Let's see. So the team is like the main thing they always talk about is the code of conduct, COC. So they don't want they want it to let Rust open for everyone. So they will be very strict to those that like to shout inside the community and stuff. Yeah, so those people will likely try not to they will be less likely to enter the community.
But do they have like any incident where they can pause it or like drama?
The moderators will ban those people. Yeah, there are moderators checking that those posts they'll do this, and this decentralized, like their process is decentralized, and mainly those people are like those people who like challenges, because when you first enter you see Rust is like quite complicated. You need to learn everything at one shot.
I agree. That's why
So the compiler tries to don't let you pass, and you need to satisfy the compiler. But of course, if it compiles, then it works most of the time. Yeah, so many people who like challenges, and the learning resources. So these are the learning resources available online. It's very nice. Step the de facto book. Most of people who came in learning Rust will go through this book first, the Rust programming language book. We just call it the book. Yeah. Then there's also Rust by example. It contains lots of examples. These three, including all documentation which discusses about the API, are available offline. So, but if you install Rust by default, you will get this unless you select the minimal profile. In one of the latest release for the Rust up toolchain, they let you select profile like minimal, or second one I forget what, but it's the normal one that we use, and the last one is complete. Complete is different from the normal one in the case where it includes MIRI, Rust Analyzer. Rust Analyzer is for IDE, and one more is PP. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, I think it's PP.
So standard installation is not free. I don't remember selecting like minimal.
Yeah, so but if you don't remember selecting any of those, then you get the book. Yeah, the default includes the Rust reference as well, Nomicon, and I don't think you have application domain books by default. There's also unstable Rust, so the others except this, the master Rust, no, except the application domain book section. I'm not sure that one, but of course we can see how. Just go across. Rust.doc. So you just type Rust.doc, you open your browser for you. Then you can see that these are the resources. It's all in your system. Oh, it's also here. So you can just, or you can even just type the shortcut. If you want to go to standard library, you can press this of course, but usually I just do standard Rust.doc -- std. So it stands for the library. You can just search through that library. What? Like where? So you can come here. Yeah, so this is the documentation. You can run also. But you run in the playground. And then you can also do like Rust.doc -- book. These are just the shortcuts to let you go to the pages part. I like this Rust, but I don't know why is there the color here. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, these are the good resources. Okay, now I'll be talking about the internals inside Rust side. So these are the teams. First, I take this from somewhere in the Rust website. They have the core team, community team, compiler team. All these teams, right? The core team mainly there's something like cross team, something like that. Community is mainly managing the community. Compiler team do the compiler. I think the compiler team is quite huge as compared to others. Crypt.io team, they manage the infrastructure and all these different teams. Do you have any questions on the team? And these are also like teams are just different people inside the team, and then they have working group. They create this working group to specifically let the few people target a specific area and work on that. Last time there was also an async await async working group, but I think it's the first time. Yeah, I think they disbanded. Is it?
But I know now is networking group is in charge for networking.
Yeah, so these are the different working groups. Of course, all these are in the Rust Lang governance. They redesign the website and then they just show all the governance here. They even show who are there, who are the team members there. And next, internals, the RFC process. RFC process is like the request for comments. It's like a decentralized thoughts of, so they show how their thinking process, how are the design being made. They explain it out in like RFC. So they just explain like how should it look like, how they implement it. Yes, but usually they will need to go through the process.
Is it all in GitHub or because like GitHub after RFC, there's like a lot of inspectors get very bad. How do they handle it?
Yes, it's in GitHub, but it's in a separate repo. So you see that there's this list of RFC here. You can even see anything await RFC here. So they discuss about the anything await, like begin summary and motivation why they need anything await. The RFC is only mainly for use for the some stuff that requires some design. If it's just small stuff, they just add it to the library straight away. But RFC is like those that change quite a bit. It's a very subjective part. Most of the language design changes go through this.
Yeah. So like let's say it hasn't been approved yet, do they have like playground where you can experiment with different interfaces?
RFC.
Nice choices, yeah.
No, RFC is just the document. So RFC doesn't mean that they implemented it.
Okay.
It's just their idea.
They have like a play button, right? Looks like there's like a play button.
Oh, because this one is already implemented and is in the unstable. Yeah, they can run this, but most of the new RFC won't work because it's not implemented. The RFC authors doesn't necessarily mean that they need to implement it. It's just that they might want to like most of them implement it, but some doesn't. But anyways, if you want to help with RFC, you can also help in reviewing the RFC, how they do the design, and you can give comments there. Later I'll show like what on the experience on doing that. Like this, they explain reference guide level explanation, like how to use it, like and reference level explanation. So they explain how this works. They also explain how to implement it a bit. Sometimes, not every time. They also discuss on the drawbacks, rational, like why what if they don't have this? Yeah. So they will evaluate most of the options. Okay. So lately they have added the prior art. Like this year, this one is to let them know like which other languages you have the same thing or have they seen this somewhere else. Some is inside this language, inside Rust itself, but this one is to let other people know like what is one of the factors that leads to this. And then they also mention the unresolved questions, which they will put in another RFC for that. Yeah. So mainly for design changes. First, there will be pre-RFC. And pre-RFC can happen inside the Git repo. They'll just create an issue for pre-RFC. Or they will have can just post it to Rust, the forums, internals, the section. So they'll post a pre-RFC there, then people like boom 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 comment, oh a lot of comments. Then after they review again, and if most people agree and they think it's nice choice, they'll put it into RFC. They send a pull request for the RFC in just now the report that you saw, and then they'll review again by the team. Sometimes the team will even like contact, like have a meeting with them, online call or what. Then next they'll enter a final comment period. So this final comment period is that like they add a buffer week, something like that. They will just spread the info of that this RFC is being accepted or something like that, and then it will be in the final comment period. So if anyone wants to comment, so they want to make sure that everyone comment or everyone that are interested can take a look at this, like 10 days, if I remember correctly, and then they will share it to the This Week in Rust. So you can always see new IRC being created, and then this one is just to yeah.
How do they vote for it? How do they vote to accept it or not?
They don't have the plus button, something like that. It's just everyone agree, kinda like everyone agree, then they just do it. Yeah.
How do they handle 50% or 60%?
It's not really like a plus, like even if everyone dislike, sometimes they will do that. Depends on the team, depends on the language team. Like last time, that's why sometimes when there are like two different processes, like the asking away, took quite a while. Last time 4 choices, then roll down to 2 choices, and then they roll down to like last one, then they implement the last one. So they go through a lot of thinking right into that. And then next is implementation. So like I say, the library, the RC author doesn't necessarily need to do the implementation. They can just like, I like to do RC. So, and then someone else can do the implementation.
But by this time, they might have some proof of concept or whatever, right?
No, RC already shows how it will look.
Okay.
And it will try to address, or sometimes it will try to address like all the possible outcomes, like to prevent any unsafety or what. Yeah, just to make sure that you don't shoot yourself in the foot. Yeah, and then after implementation, then it will be stabilization. Like I think it just stabilized not long ago, like this week or last week, I don't remember. And then there's this Rust community. So mainly these are the where you get news from, blogs and news, the Rust blog. This is the official blog for us. So they just post it, like the core team members mainly. And inside Rust, mainly this one is discussing on their meeting and what are their inside, yeah, just inside Rust. This one is more detailed in the internal stuff, and this week in Rust is just a general blog on everyone's all the articles online or the general resources online. Rust, they just aggregate everything and discussion. So these are the 2 places where they go, users and internals. Users are like some, they got beginner channel and those kind of channel there. Internals are mainly related to the compiler or the team of the Rust team. So like internals like something more advanced, maybe you can say like that. And chat platforms, last time was, no, now it's mainly Discord. Last time was RC, but why Mozilla stop the RC server then? They stop.
Continue running.
I think it's still running, but not. I think it stopped.
You exchange the information about IRC for still for IRC.
I know, but now there are still people using IRC, but it's not official. Like there are quite a lot of people using IRC, but not official. So people like to go to official stuff. So they go to Discord. Some teams themselves are using Tulip. IRC mainly on I think on Freenode or OFTC now. I'm not sure. But last time was on Mozilla server, but they closed that. So and then of course there's Rust community calendar. We post our events there as well, and the Rust community calendar they share their events in the This Week in Rust. So if you are in other countries and there happens to be a Rust meetup, you can always check. So you'll be there.
So
and
in Southeast Asia, which one is the biggest group?
I thought Singapore just one meetup only. They did. I remember Rust meetup they did one only. Oh. Is it?
Oh yeah, the recently.
That one is it?
That one is recent. Rust conference in China.
That's where is it?
China.
No, later he'll give a lightning talk. Lightning talk on the Rust conference.
I just came from the Vietnam, so like the non-English one, the Go got quite a lot of people. They like compared with Malaysia, so I wonder if France has similar. Do they have like a non-English side channel where there's quite a lot of people using?
Maybe let him share later. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see here. Okay, so the experience is the first changes, that of course the easiest one that I do the first one. So it's just a link rod, like there's some broken links, I just fix it. For documentation, I found some ways to add the links to the like the Rust standard library. there are some parts that is not, you cannot click on the link and I want to click on it, so I just add like improve on the existing documentation. This, of course, this is easiest way to help, and it helps to improve the user experience. Like if you try to write the documentation, make it helpful so everyone can benefit from it. Yeah, this one is easy. You just send a pull request, most likely they will accept. Unless you change a lot of stuff, yeah, then that's a different story.
How fast before they review and
Depends on what. Oh, so for this maybe it's like less than 1 day. Yeah, definitely less than 1 day. Okay, the next one. And next one is helping out in the RFC. That's also the first time. It's not writing an RFC. It's just I see some RFC online. Then I say, oh, this is quite interesting, but why not do this? Then okay, maybe I should just show. So this is like one cracking issue for the RFC. One part I'm working on that. I haven't done it. So they have this rendered RFC. You can see these are they're tracking for this RFC. They have this rendered. So this is the rendered version of the RFC. Okay, at first I saw where here. This is not here at first. I saw this CHG accessible and this. Why they repeat? And then I see like, huh? Why? Yeah, why do they repeat this? So then I just like, why not do this? Then I go and then I look at the code, and yeah, did I close it? Okay, yeah, it started out with a comment, and then I get a real good response, so I just send them, yeah, like this. Okay, here, like, because I saw this, and then I say, yeah, should we show a simple alternative code like this? Then they say, sure, why not? Okay, then just send a pull request. Yeah, just like that. Then it got merged. So it's not really that hard. Then if you see some changes, usually typo they will just accept. Most of the time I just do typo because there are some RFC that I see a lot of typo. Like you can find easily, you just read halfway or typo. Yeah, those are the changes that you can help. And this one is like maybe a bit more than typo. And this one is the other one, the same RFC. I see this is quite interesting, but no one is taking out of that. Last time was Oktoberfest. I was planning to do this like on October, and then but I didn't manage to complete it. So they will have this tracking issue. No one is taking up. Then I just like say I'm interested in doing this. So they will give you mentoring instruction here. Yeah. So they give you where to start, like where can you look.
So this is actually implementing a new.
Yeah, this one is implementing an RFC. Yeah. So this one is what they want to do. This RFC is basically they want to add this CFG accessible. So they want to know whether this function or this item is available as of that moment. If it's accessible, then do this. If it's not there, it's like a fallback if in case that mechanism is not there. So if people are using old compiler or they have new stuff, they want to work backward compatible, so they can use this.
Because it's a macro, right? So they will. This is a macro.
No, it's not a macro. Is it macro? No, right? It's not. I don't think this is not macro. This is built-in compiler. It's inside the compiler. Something like that you can say. At first I need to look a few times and then I understand, kind of understand what he say. Because the compiler is quite big and they have like so many different stuff. They split into the syntax and stuff. Yeah, now they're trying to split the stuff into different crates where they can share the same code between Clippy and between between the other tools like Clippy and Rust official the compiler. Yeah, they want to try. And yeah, they just you just feel interesting, then you just ask. Yeah, this is my experience. Any questions? The other thing, suggestion, questions? Okay. Wait for it. Huh?
Stupid questions. Do you want to think stupid questions?
Also can any question? Okay, I want to rest for a bit. I want to rest for a bit. No, never mind. I want to rest for a bit only. Everyone is like coughing here. Yeah, just ask. Never mind. Have any question? Just ask.
Why don't you use Q exclamation?
Q? Oh, because I saved. Huh? I tried Emacs.
No, if you
I'm not used.
write Emacs in Rust, then you will use.
No.
What would happen is those people who have written networking applications in the past before using Tokyo before the async away. So do you think in the future they have to change?
Oh, Tokyo 0.3 supports async await. No, so there's 0.1 and 0.3. They tried their best to. There are people posting their migration blogs online. So they try to make the futures crate and Tokyo crate compatible. Like futures, oh no, there's futures 0.3 and 0.1. So they try to make it. They put some compatibility block there to try to make them changing easily.
You still need them after the async await?
No, there's just for migration to async await. Because the previous one is different. It's not like this. It's like
How would migration be actually done? Do they have to
so
or is there some tooling to actually help you migrate from one way to another? Or is the logic very different?
yes, logic is very different. The old one is very complicated. Last time I tried to do it. Yeah, it's something like futures one dot and then something. Yeah, and then you pass. Yeah, and then if you have multiple layer, then you get like, oh shit, what am I doing? Okay. Maybe you all should take a look.
That's the Tokyo they're using a runner at the core.
Oh, that is something like the runtime, you mean? Like runtime and Tokyo, there's Tokyo runtime. Oh, there's because async await. There's wait first, I'll discuss on this first. So you can see the code looks like. Look something like this. Dot and then you see a lot dot and then you need to select dot then. It gets confusing pretty easily. Is it the font or the contrast is like too high? How is it like that?
Configuration. I think it's part of the movie to always try to do sharpening.
But it's okay here. This one doesn't have downward. For .rs. Oh, wait, have. I don't like dark mode.
It looks much
I like the
better.
rust.
Actually, it looks
I like
much
the rust
better.
curve.
It's
This
more
one-
readable.
On the TV, better to read.
On the TV, it's nicer.
Like this. But this one is simple one. You need to see a more complicated one, then you will like, oh, mind blown. But I don't
Even
remember.
stuff is complicated. That's what it is.
2.1.
You only move the complexity.
You want to keep the string or you want to stop it?
Hmm?
You want to stop the string?
Yeah, just keep the stream. Because there's a second one.
Stop.
What? No, keep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah. Okay, so just now you are talking on the runtime, right?
Yeah, runtime.
I have a very annoying question.
So you mean this?
I have another question. Why people use unstable all the time?
Which one? Not all the.
Like most of the libraries and most of the examples I
Not
see
all.
online, they want
Some.
to-
Like Rocket.
They like the excitement of living
like,
day.
like most of the useful ones at least.
Rocket, you mean?
Like some.
You can use a stable one, like nobody stopping you from using ethics. A lot of people are blogging there. For ethics,
But they tell you to, oh, if possible, just use unstable.
no ethics, no.
Use
Some. Ethics always use a stable. Rocket.
will migrate to stable.
Oh, because most of the sum is already here. Yeah, so they can just keep the sum.
What's the point of using stable if everyone is using unstable? Yeah.
Not everyone is using unstable.
But most of the examples, they can tell you to use unstable.
Which one is most?
No, most of them.
I know only this one.
I also know this one only.
Because stable is boring. No, there's nothing to talk about in stable.
Because you need these features. You need these special features which is not there.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't want, you can use this one. This one is the one that they bring inside the.
I know. Talk about actor system.
This one for me is quite hard to use.
Yeah, quite hard. That one is like the Python plus easier to use. This one is like something else.
Yeah, this one really something else.
Okay, low level.
Is it very low level?
Rocket is very magical.
Magical?
Magical as in
Like reals, yeah.
Like reals, yeah. Most of the stuff.
No, I don't think.
You just import macros and it's done for you.
Batteries included. This one as well. And then now there's time. No, this one have less magic.
Yeah, because this one needs to handle every array and your expected.
This one.
Now there's a new one.
For me, less magic the better.
This one. Type.
It's not like
Yeah,
this one
like
after
press.
they revamp
Can
is
this
much
win?
better.
Can this win contest?
Before the syntax is very hard to
Yeah.
similar to ethics. After that they revamp.
This one looks like it's not magical.
No, ethics doesn't look magical.
I'm not saying ethics is magical. I'm saying rocket is.
Yes, same for me.
How long is the next one going to take? How long is the next one is going to take? Time taken.
Defenders.
Can be flexible.
sorry, you wanted to answer the question on the runtime.
Yeah, here, just this one. The runtime is just to let you use the async await on the outer layer. To make it like, because the outer layer is not, that doesn't support the async await, so this one is just to make it easier, facilitate the process.
So that's a DSL.
Yeah. No, this one? No, this just wrapper around this. If you want to see DSL, you can see like the HTML quick.
Why is it spawning on a loop inside a loop?
Okay. Cannot find never mind, sorry. Okay, done. Okay, can I just start, so make it faster. No question, right? Okay, so next I'll be talking about struct, enum, and pattern matching. Struct. So struct is a group of data. So there's a structure very similar to C, like Okay, there's three types of struct. First, in Rust, there's the basic struct, tuple struct, and unit-like struct. Later I'll show the examples. The basic struct, we have a name field. Unlike the others, it's very similar to the struct you see in C. And tuple struct is like tuple struct doesn't have a name, but the fields are ordered. Tuple. Okay, sorry. No. I mean the field. I mean the field doesn't have name. Yeah, I mean the field doesn't have name. And they behave like tuple. You can even access data like how you access data in tuple.
What about the types then?
Huh?
The types inside the loops. Do you have to specify the types inside your this one, or just basically they are all the same type?
It can be different. Yeah, it's just according to order. So like what you put inside. Unit-like struct. The next one is this. You very rarely see this. It is similar to the unit type. Mainly this is used to like store traits. So you have a trait and that doesn't have any data. So you want to create a trait, but you need something to hold it on, right? Then only you do the unit-like struct. I won't be covering this a lot here. So first, defining a struct. Basic struct. Okay, this example will be used later, so maybe you want to see now. So we have a structure book, contains the name, view, how many times is it view, and tor, is it tor, and understandable. You can store different data inside just one level. Of course, you cannot nest layer for struct. Later I will discuss on it now. And tuple, example body. I just came out with a random example like B starts with B, and then I think body. This one is the, what is that called? For the girl one, some way. I don't know the number, so I just randomly put some numbers. And
Just go to coordinate, 3D coordinate.
unit-like struct. Okay, I cannot think of anything. I just put bit. So bit, it doesn't contain anything. Okay, I just put bit. So initialize. How to initialize? Basic struct. We just put it like this. We just specify the fields and just specify values. Is this clear? See? Yeah. Then shorthand. We also have shorthand syntax. So you initialize. If you have the same name as the field name, you can just put there. So you automatically use that same name.
What if you actually flip the order between say name and name? Does it work, or do you actually have issues?
Oh, you don't have issues with that. You can flip. Yeah. Huh? Oh. Yeah.
Maybe the name of the things you need is the same, right?
For this one, the order doesn't matter.
Yeah, this one order doesn't matter. Only the.
So that means that the name of your variable must be the same as the name of your.
Because this is the field name that matters. And tuple border order matters. So this is just a random size. I also don't know what is it exactly. So I just put 30, 25, 30. Is it good? Is it bad?
You could have just gone with RGB.
No. At first I write RGB. You know. At first I write RGB and I see B. Yeah, I don't know. It's something interesting. RGB is very boring. Every time RGB.
What is this? What is this interesting?
It's too out of proportion.
Is this in CM or inches?
Huh?
CM or inches?
Usually what is it?
Yeah, boy, shit. Fast forward to next slide.
Okay, never mind. Next, beep, nothing, beep. Yeah, just beep. And then using a struct, how to use? Base struct. This is using dot notation. We just dot the field name. It's very simple. Just keep through. Tuple struct, like tuple, how to access, just dot the number. Unit-like struct. I don't think you can use it, but I just put beep. And add-on. What's the add-on? Struct is very basic, right? Will this compile before we add on anything? Just take a look. Who say will compile? You compile, you say. Who say won't compile? What do you think?
Not just a lifetime, right?
Will you compile? Who say will compile? Who say won't compile? Okay, so nuclear bomb. Okay, won't compile, of course. Yeah, lifetime. Yeah, correct. Yes. Correct. Yes. So you need the A. Oh, this is wrong also. Wait for that. Let me modify.
We're just declaring the struct, right? Why not?
Because there's a lifetime. There's two str, and the str that doesn't know how long does it exist. How long is the lifetime for the string? Let's say you see this.
You also wrong, so you need to hold a reference to this string.
Oh yes.
Hold a reference to this string.
Okay, thank you. I found it.
We don't know the size of the
Mistake. Yeah, it should be this because this is a reference. And then why you need this is because the compiler doesn't know which lifetime you need, how long each field exists for. So here you specify that all of them have the same lifetime here. So this can be used for types, generic and types, and as well as lifetimes. Lifetime is like lifetime is a concept in Rust where how long the variable lives. Like everything have a life, like human born. Okay, here this user
So you need that dash thing on the top. You cannot just put user A.
Can I code S?
Yes, anything.
Doesn't matter.
People try to make it short.
But the main thing is actually it's a static, right?
No, static is different. Static is a different
So
lifetime.
dot any character.
No, it can be static, but it won't be static here because static is for exist on the entirety of the program lifecycle. So this one is you just specify that both of them have the same lifetime. So when the structure get dropped.
So the main symbol is the single code, right? The main symbol is the single
yes.
code, right?
This one must be there.
Then
this one you can put.
It doesn't matter. I can be single code full.
It can be how long. It can be 2 characters also can. But people usually put this A, B, C. Some people don't because they know it's quite of common. You see SER, like in the cert library you see single quote SER, single quote DE.
If you don't put a single quote, then there's no lifetime.
No, if you don't put a single quote, then they doesn't know it's a lifetime. They will thought it's a type. But this generics generics. Generic like this. Okay, if in this case, right, generic you need to put T here, T and then comma this. Then you can change this to T. This is the generic. So this means that the structure, this is like will wrap the type there. Understand?
You need to determine the size of the
Yeah.
So you need to specify the type so you know the length.
Next is code gen. So you see this code generation. So this help you to generate generate the code to implement debug for you. So you don't need to generate yourself. It's very troublesome to generate yourself, right? You need to type like whole lot of code to, you need to type like implement debug for data, and then fn something, and then type how you want to display the debug and stuff. This one, you just put like this, then you implement debug. Debug is to let you display the debug data here, and this is to make it to string to let you display something like this.
If you don't annotate, what will happen?
If you don't annotate, this one will fail because you cannot display your data.
So basically, the string implemented debug. Then that's why you
Yes.
are able to
Yes.
implement debug to the data
Yeah.
structure that you created.
So for inner data type, right, they also need to implement debug, all of them.
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah, if one don't implement, then the compiler will tell you that this one doesn't implement debug. But this one is based on how they implement this.
So you annotate and then it will generate all the however needed to implement the debug phrase everywhere.
No, the inner one is already implemented debug. So they will just create a debug how you want to display this data for debug. Just for this, not for inner one. For this whole, if you want to print this whole structure. Yeah. Before I continue anything on struct. New question? Okay, next enum. This one, let's start with basic enum in other languages. Okay, another example, fight, die. Okay. Fine. No, fight. MMA fighter, you can fight and die. Yes, just like this. But Rust is a bit different. Let's go to another story. Rust enum is not just like the other enums. It's one of the feature why Rust is powerful. Of course, other programming language have this as well, algebraic data types. The types can store some data, so they use the type to represent core components like they don't want the use of noun, they replace it with option. So this is a simple example on, let's say you have an option, you want something, it's either yes, it's either a number or nothing.
Is it implemented like union in this case? A C union?
Yeah, but something like union and enum together, the Rust enum is.
So the enum actually says like basically which type it is, and also you can actually store the.
Yeah, but this is zero cost. No, this no, the cost, I mean the type itself, the type itself doesn't cost anything, but of course the data itself contains data, so it will cost something. See, Rust have union, but the union is unsafe because it's just to let other people use the CFFI for FFI only, mainly for FFI, but it's and that's why they have this in the they export both three of these. You see this quite often in Rust code to replace now. This is just to say it may exist, something may exist or nothing. Yeah. Okay, back to the example. Okay, so plain fighter is very useless. So we need to do more. Okay, so fighter you can fight, die. Now you can raise something, string, something. You can raise your hand. Okay, you can raise your hand. You can raise finger. Oh, then the other opponent will be like get taunted. You can taunt the other opponent like, oh, and then other, oh.
Isn't that provoke?
Huh?
Same as.
No, provoke here is different. Here is only.
Face and sound provoke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can run. Yeah, you can run. But this is a bad choice. So I put last
Bad
one.
choice.
So during a fight,
Better than dying.
you can provoke others.
Still better than dying.
Yeah, better than dying. So, okay, remember this. Later we will go straight. Accessing enum. How access? We just put double colon to access this. You can also import this. You can put this into scope using the use statement in Rust. You can put this into scope, so you don't need to filter colon Rust, colon fight. So you can just use it directly. But if you have this on the scope, you can access it using this. Okay, implement type. Because both struct and enum is a custom type in Rust, so you can implement them. You can impl for that type, so you can do custom function for the type. Let's say you want a function for the book, right? Back to the book example, there's a function called rate. So you can rate the book, and the view count increase by 1. So you rate it one time, and then after you rate, okay, the system will print rate book, and you return abracadabra. Yeah, this is just why. So because you rate it, if you rate the book, right, there's sound will come out. Yeah, so this is the output.
Why do you want to tear and burn the book? If you tear,
Wait first. Okay, tear. If you tear the book, you don't need to return anything. The book is torn. But you can still rate. In this case, you can still rate because we store it like this. We don't check here. What people do, sometimes they can make use of Rust type. They can make this type into another type.
Is there a destructor in Rust?
Yes, they call drop. So you implement drop. Drop is a trait. You implement drop for that type. When the type goes out of scope, then the destructor will run.
Only output drop. You cannot trigger them like when you pay or.
You can trigger them. Okay, I let you should see the code for drop.
Let's proceed first. Let's proceed first.
No, this one is the drop code is very simple. Basically no code lah.
So you can invoke them.
Yeah, this is a drop code, and if you see the source code, it's just like this. Basically, there's no code here. It's just because you see it takes this into scope, and then it goes out of scope. So this is not really a magic. So it just force the variable to go out of lifetime. Okay, like what I'm doing there. Burn. I just take this. Just take the book and burn it. Then the book is gone.
Yeah.
You cannot use it anymore. So.
I'm curious as to the reason behind the pay and the burn.
Huh?
It means you can still tear the book.
Okay, if anything, this one is mutable borrow. Mutable borrow, or people call it people don't call it, for advanced people they don't call it mutable borrow, they call it what do they call it? Unique or something. MUT usually they don't, there's an, if you see mutable doesn't necessarily mean 100% is mutable. Sometimes it can mean a different thing. Very small changes, but mutable is the easiest way to distinct these two types, so they put mutable there. Of course, most of the mute is mutable. Then, okay, you see example. So first we create the book, then you read the book, you print the book out, you tear the book, you print the book out. So I put this is just to not let debug take the book into scope. If not, the book will die here. Then you burn the book.
So it means that what happens in burning is that it's finished up. The lifetime is finished up.
Yeah, if you burn, then the lifetime is finished. Then.
So mutable actually make it still in use, still in the lifetime. Does it mean the difference that I see is the mutable?
Okay, maybe I can show you.
But because the example that you show, the burn actually is not mutable. There's no mutability.
Yeah, that's why I purposely mentioned this one. I specifically mentioned this. So let's say, what if I put this?
No, one of the weird part about this is that reading the code, if you do not actually have the ones before that, is that you can't really tell the book dot burn actually means that the book is gone after that.
No, you can, because you see the previous one is by this.
Yeah, how would you know if you don't have access to this? You go back to the next page. It's not obvious that you can book read, you can book tear, and the next book burn means
No, you need to see based on this type here. Yeah, so it's written here. It is not written here.
Yes, that means that if I maintain your code, I have to be familiar with all your book implementation to know that book burn is
Yes,
not the same as book
I
add.
know, but in case anything, the Rust compiler will tell you. Yeah, so you see, because let's say, okay, like you say, people don't know, right? People just, then if people put this code, the Rust compiler will tell you, oh, value move here. And value move here, and then value borrow here after move. So you want to borrow it again, and then after you move it, so the Rust compiler will say, huh? You cannot do this. Clear error. This like what is the lifetime for? So this one no need to worry. The Rust compiler will help you.
Yeah. He also suggest you to use all this trait. You see, use the copy trait or something like that.
What if your book is not mutable in your main function?
Oh, then it also error.
Yep.
So they will just suggest you make this mutable. They will just consider changing this like to mutable. So of course if Rust compiler says so, I will just change.
What if that is not your intention then?
No, that's not. Usually it will be, unless there's some cases where this help is a bit lengthy and you might get confusing, is when you use the previous future and iterator. Only these two, when you get a long chunk, if you get a long chunk of the types hanging around, then you will see multiple lines like explaining the different type they merge together, because everything will be branched there inside type. Yeah, so far they haven't it improved a bit, but not a lot yet. Then you see, okay, book burn, now you know that the book is not. So the main thing here is itself. It is not borrowing. So this is taking itself. So yeah, it's taking the ownership of the book. Instead,
It means if I just want to use it.
Usually you borrow. Okay, let's say I have a book. You want to read the book, I borrow you to read. You want to tear the book, I borrow you to tear. But if you want to burn the book, I borrow you, but you cannot return me.
Just borrow with permission to do mutation on it.
Yeah.
That's why there's a bit
Yeah. If you just want to borrow, if you want to borrow and see you cannot. No. Yes, for people to understand, we just say purpose of the mute is to make it mutable. But there is but mute doesn't necessarily mean that it is 100% mutable. It may mean that like exclusive reference, yes. Instead of thinking it as mutable and immutable reference, people give the idea of.
It means that I will return it up after I finish. After I run out of scope, I'll return it up. It means that.
exclusive reference here means
No, there's
at any one time there's only one holder that has mute reference.
Yes.
Any form of reference.
No, there's
If someone is holding a mutable reference to it, so no one else should have any reference commitment to the thing.
okay, if you notice, there's 4 different combinations you can use here. You have this, you have 4 different combinations. But in this case, if you take this, right, because you don't mutate it, so if I mutate it, I will need to specify this. So you understand like these 4 different combinations. The ampersand is for borrowing, and the mute is the mutable or not, or they have a different mindset here.
So the main thing is the
Shared and exclusive. Huh?
The main thing is the 10%. Make it.
Yes, that one is on the lifetime. The mutable and it's different thing. You can read it like that. Yes. So in this case, if you take the book, let's say I give you the book, but you cannot return it back to me. So you just take the ownership, or I can do anything with the book. I can burn it. Yes, put fire, boom, you burn it. Yeah. Understandable?
I'm satisfied with the explanation, not with the example.
I want to choose an example that's special, so can understand easily, and make it interesting after. And yes, pattern matching. We have two stuff for pattern matching: mesh and E-flat. Mesh is something like switch. Okay, before this, anything up to here? Yeah, mesh is something like multiple switch statement. And E-flat is just a single one, just E-flat. Of course, you can do else E-flat, but yes, mesh and E-flat. This is the main, just a pattern that we see in Rust group is that, let's say you want to return, but you want to mesh the data type here. So if you mesh that, if fighter, go back to the fighter example, if fighter die, then you just return, story ends. Yeah, fighter die, just return. If anything, just return this fighter to come back here. Or if you don't, a similar example with E-flat is just like this.
Does order matter in the match?
Yes.
So you can write
No? I think it matters.
Some
I think-
matters because the
I think it matters.
If you use an underscore, you
What
put,
happens if you put does it still work, or the underscore one always?
I remember underscore always, or is it?
I think matters.
the matters, if you put underscore above, you will always go to the underscore.
If not, because right now they are inside RFC. There's one RFC they want to go for a likely and unlikely branch, so they can specify likely, like a macro here, likely and unlikely, for this to happen. But right now it's according to the order. From what I remember, yeah. So this is another example with if let. So if title is like, if let title is die, then yeah, just return. Similar to this, but this one wrong. Correct. Have semicolon. So this one will return not here, not return here. It will return out of the function. Okay, this one is destructuring the enum. I put everything here, boom. Then, yeah, everything that I can think of here, except the.
You didn't have the pipe.
I have.
You forget the pipe.
Except the range. Except the range I didn't put here only. The range you can just put like number, period, number. That's for the number in the range. That one is for matching the integer. You can match for the range. You can even match for the character. Can also range. Can also do range on characters. Like let's say you want to A to Z, you can just put A dot period equal Z. Yeah. Then fighter can fight, just print. This one is two different options. It's either you match fighter die or fighter raise hand, so surrender. Okay, so they're out. So and this one is like, let's say you want to raise, but you don't know what to raise. You want to get the data inside, so you can just get the data using this. If you put some variable there, it will by default take this variable and put it here. If you don't want to use it, you just put underscore. No, this is match all. Except you make it into scope. Then next is provoke. Okay, let's say if you provoke people, but you provoke them with a sad face. So okay, you are also out. Then this one means that any other data that you don't care, something underscore, but this one is for this structured thing.
This exotic search,
let's say if you didn't handle the case of break something, it can warn you.
Yeah, it warn you, but I put everything here. You can also put the underscore inside here. Let's say you can put underscore inside to mesh some underscore. Yeah. So this underscore wildcard, but not you doesn't need to put at the last one. You can put underscore something also can. Yeah, so you need to mesh everything. If you don't mesh everything, they'll error out. And let's say this one is you just want to get the sound, but you want to mesh. Oh, only if you have heard the sound, haha. Then then the fighter will laugh at the. Then you just put fighter laugh at the puny little guy. Yeah. So this one is just in case you hear the haha sound. Next one.
But if the string is not haha, then
this one run. This one won't run. Yeah.
You see the flow of the provoke is what if fighter show angry face with a sad voice.
Oh, sad
sound.
with haha, is it?
With sad sound, with crying sound.
With sad face.
So
is it?
I gotta tell you.
Okay, last one. You just take. Okay, last one. You just keep it simple. Just take the sound, face, and sound. It's a macro. Because you see that all with exclamation mark is a macro.
It's a system macro, right?
No, it's a built-in macro. There's two macro to let you write. One is when you are developing. One is you know it won't reach, so you just put unreachable. You can put something inside to say what. You can put a string inside to mention like what is unreachable. But here I just wouldn't put anything there. Just show the default error. And sometimes when I'm developing code, because Rust needs you to like handle all the cases. Let's say some parts I haven't implemented yet. What do? There's no way you go put everything first, right? So what I do is I just put unimplemented. Then everything after that it will read. Then it will just stop there. So it helps in the unimplemented macro help a lot when developing stuff. So instead of putting everything there at first, you can just put unimplemented, do the top first, then continue one by one. Yeah, so additional ratings, you can rate these two. Questions? The Rust by Programming book, this very good book, explains about, this was quite fun chapter, now they improve it, they add some stuff. And Rust by example, both of these belongs to the custom type. Any question? Questions?
Actually, the unreachable, right? That one, if I write, if you are doing pattern matching, you should match everything.
No, because there are some parts. Let's say not just pattern matching. It can be anywhere in your code, both of unreachable and unimplemented. Let's say if you go until some parts in your code, you know that it won't reach unless there's some error, but you don't know what is the error.
That is his answer to the problem, it's not the code.
Yeah, budget problem. Yeah, budget problem. Huh?
So example, you have you didn't implement the.
What happens if you call unreachable?
If you call, then it will panic. It will panic.
Does it
Panic.
fatal error?
Panic.
Yeah,
Fatal error.
Does the compiler warn you if you call it just like that?
Won't. The compiler will stop all the errors below. So let's say some parts you haven't finished developed yet, unimplemented. Both are the same thing.
The match and process something that it requires you to cater to all cases. So it has to have that line inside there.
But you can do something else there also can. But in this case, you know that it won't reach. If you know that it won't reach, you put unreachable.
It will reach, just that unlikely. Yeah, it's very unlikely.
No, but
in your case.
No, but in some parts of the code, right, you know that the code won't reach there, but you require to do that part. So you lazy to write the part, so you just put unreachable. Or let's say also when writing your code, you haven't finished writing your code. The function expects some types to be returned, right? But you haven't finished writing until the return part. So what do? Unimplemented. You just put. So one is like you say budget problem.
Like a pass in Python.
something like that.
But you give you warning.
It's more like a die, isn't it?
No, yeah, like
Unreachable code is ever reached.
yes, it's
Panic.
unimplemented also like a die.
I mean, in this case, there's no difference from just saying panic unreachable code reached.
Yes, but unreachable let other people make it more understandable. Like people know that it's unreachable.
I think it's just to let you bypass the compile being compiled. But let's say if really the pattern match fail, right, then you'll get the error, right?
Yeah.
You get the runtime error.
If you get that, then you get runtime fatal error.
Right. Instead of compile error, make it to runtime error.
So it depends on the application whether you want to ignore.
Yeah, but if you know what is the error and you know it's fatal, error cannot be recovered, you will just put the panic. Yeah. Like out of bounds, those are panic.
Unreachable in this case, you can configure it in debug mode so that you don't really die with this.
No, unreachable is in unreachable is also in release. Unreachable and both unreachable and unimplemented is also in release. The only debug one is prefixed with debug underscore like assert. Assert can be in release and debug. If you want to be in everywhere, you just put assert exclamation mark. If you just want it to be in debug, debug underscore. Okay.
So when you compile release, the debug assert will be called
Debug assert. Yes. Or that one also helps to speed up the code sometimes because it lets the compiler know that there's a bounds between the types. So the compiler can just skip some bound checks. People use the debug assert method sometimes for debug assert. Yeah, the bound checking.
but that will help in the release as well.
Yes, they will help in release the bound checking. Anything else?
It's good. Yeah, there's there's a defect, manufacturing defect.
That's all that I saw, huh?
No, wait.
Anything else?
We still have something. No, not. We have something. Okay, come, let's. Don't want ah? Give him lightning talk. Last one only last one only.
Then I go over.
Okay, thank you, Ivan, for inviting me to give a lightning talk. My name is Alan. So, I think what Ivan wants to hear. What do you want to hear? Yeah.
You can just talk about experience.
Okay.
RustConf Asia.
Okay. So he wants me to share what's my experience in RustConf Asia, which happened this year, April, in Beijing. So the conference actually was held in a hotel. So there's quite a lot of participants. Then there's also a lot of workshops. More importantly is really can see the China community in Rust, the involvement. And if you can go to rust.cc, just Google rust.cc, you can see this is the China, community blog post. So some of the names who are very active is Mike Tang. He actually writes a lot, and China mostly they use WeChat for to share information. So if you are lucky enough, you will be able to join their WeChat group. So they also have the RustCon Asia, the WeChat, and also their other group which is actually more technical talks. So maybe once in a month they will one speaker will do a WeChat talk. You won't see his face lah. It's just slides and hearing the voice, and it's just leaving voice messages on and off. So there's a lot of things lah in this.
Where do they share those talks?
The WeChat groups
Oh, they don't share it like YouTube or online.
Yeah.
I remember
the talk is sharing in YouTube.
Yeah, you have to find yeah, okay.
That one is in YouTube, right?
Yeah, but those WeChat ones you won't be able to find them on the YouTube lah. Yeah.
How are they related to the Taiwan group and the Hong Kong group?
Huh? Wait. There's no conflict. It's just normal.
So there's
Everybody.
Taiwan group, Rust Taiwan.
Yeah.
They have a Telegram group somewhere.
Yeah. So I mean, because the RASCON Asia is in the China Beijing So I'm not sure about the Taiwan group that side lah. But I know recently they hold Comms Club in Taiwan. Then there's a few China speakers who actually spoken in the RASCON Asia went over to give some talks lah. Yeah. Anything interesting very good.
What are some of the applications that they use?
Okay, good. There's this thing called TIDB.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one is that one is in China that one. So the database kind of thing. So if you want to learn how to build distributed database, there is really a GitHub, or there's really a forum page to guide people how to set up a distributed database. Then after you know all this, right, you may be able to contribute to their ecosystem. Then there's quite a number. There's this Russian guy came over. He also give talks on the WebAssembly. So he went through some of the rudimental ways of building the WebAssembly. Then afterwards, there's another improved version which is actually make things more easy. And he also showed us like he implemented WebAssembly for companies who want to do dental modeling for their tooth, all this, and it will be on the web browser. So because it's on web browser, it's easily shared rather than having the dentist to install the particular program for that, something like that. Then there's also various blockchain talks. Actually not various workshops which we teach on substrate. Then you can learn also. Yeah,
who are like the big sponsors for this RASCON Asia?
RASCON Asia. I think the Alibaba also. Yeah, I think you can go to the website. If it's still there, I think there's an F. Oh no, there's no F. Okay. Yeah, you can see the sponsors at the bottom. Yeah, Baidu. Yeah, pink cap. Yeah.
From Mozilla jump to pink cap.
Yes. There's a few. The Baidu X Lab did. The Baidu X Lab did something for the Intel SGX some memory enclaves kind of thing in the hardware portion. So they using this Rust. It's really a wide range even embedded also being covered but the embedded is the workshop is not very Rust based, but it just introduce some good applications that can help to do embedded stuff like that. Any other thing? Oh, Alibaba, there's one very good speaker So he gave talks on using Rust, I think so, to do for the notification stuff panel for the Alibaba Pay kind of thing. Promotion also, that kind of thing. so very technical lah. So you're able to do templating for some fashion icon, fashion items, to render it onto on the mobile application and stuff like that. Then that's all.
So do they run it on the mobile app or inside the mobile? Still on server side.
This one, I might think is a server side. I might think it's server side. Then there's also the PDP. Yeah, PDP. Yeah, then he share. I mean, they share lah the comparison of Rust and Go kind of thing. If you watch it, it's very funny. Yeah, how they portray Go user and Rust user. Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah. Anything else? I think that's all lah.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Rust conference ended. Okay, thanks for watching. Well, bye bye.